This is going to be part two. Someone called, and then when people call, um, it just throws me off, okay? But we're back again. This is Tyece Johnson from Maryland. We were talking about my first therapy appointment. I'm not going to be long on this video, and then I'll spin off different ones at different times. But I think I was at the point where our parents did the best they could with what they had. Um, raising us. And you must forgive them. It's not for us. I mean, it's not for them, it's for us, okay? And you'll understand a little bit as I spin off different videos. And like I stated, I cannot tell you all what to do, but some of you may be open for this, or maybe you're not open for this, but I'm not going to go back and forth with a debate. I'm just sharing my story and my journey. You do what's best for you. And this is not to tell you all what to do, but for me, I had to work on some forgiveness. Now, let's be clear. Me and my mom have a phenomenal relationship. She's been one of my biggest supporters. She has not always agreed with my life choices and different things I've done in my life, but she understands because she can relate. Some of the things my mom has, some of the things that I have went through in my life, it kind of passed down from things that happened with my mom. And it's not that, and it's not a good thing, but it's like sometimes my therapist was trying to explain sometimes things like that happens whether we want them to or not. And my mom sometimes feels guilty. And I told her she did. I I I don't blame my mom for things that has happened in my life, because I know she did the best she could. But I'm glad that my therapist. I had my first therapy appointment on February the 20th. I said that in my first video, and I'll make this part two. But I don't blame my mom for anything because I have a great mom. She's been one of my biggest supporters. And I don't know where I would be today, like right now. My mom has never, ever given up on me. Now, she would tell me when I'm wrong, whether I wanted to hear it or not, even till this day. We have a great relationship. And I'll talk about my mom. I mean, I can go on and on and on about my mother, but I understand now my dad, that's a different video, okay? That's a total different video, but me and my mom are at a great space. My dad is no longer with me, y'all, but that's another video. I have so many videos that I could share, and I'm gonna try to keep some of them short as I can, but I'm very long-winded. I love, love, love talking, okay? And this is something that I want to get out. And like I stated, it's not the brag, it's not the boast. It's just because someone needs to hear what I have to say. And someone needs to know that they are not alone. We're not alone. We're all in this together, and we're going to get through this together. But there are things that each of us has to do. And as I stated, I had a wall up for years. Tyece Johnson don't share stuff. I'm very secretive. I tell people, don't tell people this, don't tell people that, because I don't want everyone in my business. That's fine. But now I'm at a point where I need to share. I need to let this out. I need to let this out because it's going to help someone to know that they're not alone, and maybe they can take something I'm telling them and use in their life. Okay? Maybe. I don't know. But that's what this channel is going to be about. I'm sharing different things that's happened in my life, and I've been wanting to do this for some years, and now is the time. I'm here, and I plan on sharing some good things, some not so good things in between. Definitely got to share some good. I can't just be sharing y'all everything bad, like nothing ever happened good, because there are a lot more good than bad. So, with that said, I'm going to end this video. But my first therapy appointment, oh, no, I'm not going to end this. I'm sorry. My first therapy appointment was nothing short of amazing. Me and the lady, my therapist, she's amazing. She broke down everything so I could understand it. I mean, she didn't like, sometimes these doctors use these words, and I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? No, she broke everything down. And if I didn't understand it, she'll break it down a whole nother way. So I love that about her. She gave me a homework assignment. One was setting goals that I wanted to reach and making them realistic. And I always say that as well. You can set your goals, you all, but set realistic goals, and set the steps that you need to take to reach those realistic goals. And when I say realistic, don't set something that's 5 years from now. That kind of stretches you. Or 3 years, or a year. For me, even a year right now in my mind is stretching me too much, because I got a lot going on in my mind. So I want to set goals a little shorter. I may say 3 months or 6 months. And then I may go from there, but I need shorter goals right now, only because I have a lot going on in my life right now. When I finish, y'all, my goal is to just be where I could be at peace. And my brother, he's so well organized, and he gave me something I'll share with y'all on another video. And this is something I'm implementing into my life. I'm going to share different things because the goal is someone can use this information. Someone out there can use some of this information that I'm sharing, or can know that they're not in this alone. That's the only reason I'm sharing. It comes from a good place, okay? Y'all can leave your comments. I ask you, bear with me. I'm gonna be as authentic as I can be, but and I'm gonna share what comes to my mind. Timelines, I'm not so good with. I'm gonna keep it 100, the remembering stuff, but I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability, and I'll try to answer the best way I know how. I'm not I'm not a therapist. I don't know everything. There is a lot to be learned. I'm always I'm a work in progress, and I don't claim to, but forgiveness, you all, is very important. I had to work on forgiving my dad, um, and I'm still working because I'm human. I had to work on forgiving a cousin of mine's, um, and some other people. Okay, it's plenty, plenty more, but that's enough. But forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. Because when you hold that, it consumes you, whether you want to believe it or not. And then you can reject that off to someone who you do not want to reject it off. And it's going to eat you up, whether you realize it or not. So we have to work on forgiveness. And I'm not saying you got to forgive and you got to go run to these people and try to be something you're not. You have to work on forgiveness. You really have to forgive the person. And then you have to, I guess, figure out a way to work on how you want to mend, or maybe you don't want to mend. I don't know. All I know is you have to forgive. You have to get that out of your heart, so you could be the best version of yourself, okay? And like I said, I'm not claiming to be something I'm not. I'm letting you all know what I'm doing for me, so I can be the best version of myself. So I'm going to end this video. It's going to be part two, talking about my first therapist appointment and some of the things I've learned, some of things that I'm doing. So with that said, I'm going to end this video, and I'll see you on the next. But I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for each of you. This is a brand new channel, and I appreciate you, watching my videos. I'm going to work on some lives as well, but also, if you don't mind, sharing my video, because someone can use something I'm saying. We all in this together, you all, and we're going to get through it together. So with that said, I am out.